something happening between between Agric minister and then the finance minister. What I say? There is something happening there. Now, I'm going to play some videos and some audios for you to listen. Now, you be saying, a DNA and this animal, eba. Is this obi rashi too much? And I said, now, no, you video. Now, finance minister, deputy, Agric minister, etiho. Eke sika abayano a release to Agric ministry. Then, we had the Agric minister, yeah. Now, man first started to say, had idea in a course. Watch this video. Now, they had the Agric minister, yeah.
Our vision for the sector with sustained funding. I'm happy to confirm that we have released about 1.67 billion cedis, representing 85% of the approved 2026 budget for goods and services and CapEx for the Ministry of Food and Agriculture. And of this, the Ministry of Finance has released 521 million. Of this, the Ministry of Finance has released 521 million cedis to be invested in the 50 farmer service centers to support mechanization and improve productivity. We have released 110 million to be invested in irrigation infrastructure across country. We have released 515.3 million cedis for the supply of fertilizers and certified seeds to our farmers. 244.9 million to be invested in the poultry farm to table project, what we call the Nkokong initiative, and 200 million Ghana cedis to be invested by the National Buffer Stock Company to address the long-standing challenges in distribution and trading of
so okay, yeah. Abra deputy finance minister Kasan, Agric minister, it was soon it is a me ministry had this way by or soon it was and so and a ministry no a release document says Hesikano or their call maybe the document we to watch it. Ministry of Finance assigned the document by says Hesikano 1.6 and no quite say a call ministry in account maybe more ministry no document and and the ministry no can we no then it became a public discussion say na Agric Opoku honorable Agric Opoku e was unity to say bibi ama. And then some people pushed the Ministry of Finance and the ministry no e ko first sika o ma release to Agric enyi na beto ho na Agric minister so say there be say sika we am kan me ma me ho nti ba bia mo de akono mo nkwana mo nkwaje yentie honto so response abra or this document we talk about no honto so edemae ti
and can tell you what I am for question now was it to Magana for who crane now I say to you asamwa enya no crane asama ya no crane asamwa yenya dance ni trebi edia dance or transfer not to dance ni wadwochi obi last year Ebra who say ekwiafo no ba yeniani ebuso ebro ebuso no Minister for Food and Agriculture Munufie Agric Opoku apply to the ministry say the budget allocation no them 100 million no fantonia na ebuso say be ekwiafo a omabre no omobre enyekwa 500 million e buy ya the National Football Pastor Company omo sha tese omotonia ne omo sha se na omo call market no omo say no enuani na guo no 100 million no crowd there and Subia. And the Minister for Food and Agriculture consider cabinet in 24 at least in Gamma Bear 500 million because estimation of the buy and say Ghana being here no less than 500 million. I bet in your top 10 year a growing more bush in the free market. Acquire no cabinet approving 200 million and it was published 2025 a year November and a published here graphic online published because cabinet approved. Say young for 200 million and Farmer and National Football Pastor Company. Woman Fantonia and what I share anymore. You know, Cathy, that's canon concord to a Ministry of Food and Agriculture Football. That's canon concord to a National Football Pastor Company, football. and it's a minister because we are approving size canana to a releasing size canana. The baby said that can ever him for. We know Kate National Football Pastor Company. If you can't demand 100 million, over there told me, I know. Then never be a dancer say a queer to sue because when you're in the break, our honor. The central for the Ghana for National Football Pastor Company, or headquarters, our cantonment here. The betting Yako, Yanko Sayera, Georgia Brebu, any National Football Pastor Company say that 200 million were finance ministry here, their mom was Canamo, Canada Bay, the Canamo the day. That's Canon Croye. What do you know to entire? A young minister, as I say, offer a bit to say irrigation. A fee, while releasing the car, assume 110 million Ghana cedis and Odama irrigation. Any irrigation infrastructure. But Opoku online Katan a year letter of authorization of the Ministry of Agric. So betting you spend a year on a year irrigation infrastructure between January and June 2026. Tika the man or air 26.2 million Ghana cedis. And it's a one release a year 110 million. The people say, yeah, Abu Sube Beno, I want him for 2 million the quarter year. Because the check cry, a few more Bible swimming in Santimony. And Agric Minister Elba Nako Pong, irrigation scheme, the biggest irrigation scheme in Ghana. I cover over 4,000 hectares of land. I share a year expansion project of Moya Honum. Acquire and contractor na ya Jumane about 75%. I'll train to the Tianica. Sika Emma and to a Jumano. Tanin Central for Coho, Equo share. And on making recommendations to the finance ministry say, Yentia or Musika and Mom to bet near 12 Manato. A year no finance minister, as to Cato, person like a new coach, Richard and Minister Santamo, Equo, no corporate Jumana and so be chance and Lucia. Oh, not as a 2-car Honomo. And it's also releasing 110 million. Obi, Okofa 2026 budget in one. Budget a year finance minister, approved year, say young fanya irrigation infrastructure, 105 million Ghana cedis. But the deputy minister said between January and June, we're releasing, and that's what releasing 110 million Ghana, which is far higher than the approved budget in one. Sebi, yeah, this is here. And possible, I was saying my Ghana phone, you know, when you cry and remove. Okofa and to Quankete, I am crack. Tika, ya approve it. Say, Yadia to Quankete, it's about 244 million to a Kaino. But Great Tower, the man, a Greek minister, I was stable and he said between January and June, Obetinia spending only 36 million for Enku Quankete. And it's also released 244 million now. Difference in the business say, na size cano, I was here I was able. Obi, Okofa 2025. Now I was sent to farmer service centers, you know. Per Abanji Shemu, now was sent to Maku 50. But the entire Maku crowd, because let's kind of. Leading staff Agric, one could never be complaining that. I feel a team one, and I buy to approve this card, money to approve it to a tour. Wachester Farmer Service Center, called the man 172 billion Ghana cedis. And when a ministry needed to media Ayajuma. And she said to carry down, not the overcast 1.6 million. Service suppliers and contractors are Minister of Finance, Minister of Agric, and Omuya Jumano. Omuba Bedaka, Omuba Satenes Cano Hefa. The Tia Sequa Esu, the Omuya, Amu, Abu Ayantoye. I said the blue practical radio to media Greek minister term. I think say this kind of my Greek minister and we releasing it. But the reality is that and then to come in a do ye. Mino Kate, a friend of controller department I say we baby and Amia do next week. And I start 200 million Ghana cedis. Cabinet approved here in 2025. November Bosu minimum say young former national football factor Koto Diano. Ebi and Amia next week release cano. But a very minister, deputy minister, can or can you really good at that? It is really good at that. They see that controller, a cat, a next economic business canon. And see, a idea was a magana for you who can move. So the next will be any flow, the Odian South, the Odumonan Ferry Opoku, or better Swafway, Wako Radio Subebree, Nano Kano Empire FM, Wako TV, so I press conference and who will be. When you know, baby, and can't. Such finance minister, who did ministry, who did many. because the budget me first come and on kind baby other. No one say finance ministry no enti from say me discuss 1.6 billion at the amount within 6 months. I was able to manage this year. And very unprecedented. Say abandi baba na the budget allocation for the whole year within 6 months, first 6 months, what now really the 85% of the budget allocation. And very unprecedented and very credit to this government. And I know very much that 2026 budget allocation say I'm part finance ministry I really need 1.6 billion I representing 85%. And can you man go be brave or one and can ministry between aye? As I said, you look at it. Oko bechin. About last year, and I'm paying Mahama this also come from El Bechin YAC chicken and meat processing factory. It's okay, pa. Imagine me 1 year and see I'm paying any say. Yami Aduma Busumi do Baku in November. Okwa commission. None of my penny state of the nation address. Also, offer the contract a year arrangement in payment arrangement in almost around October 2025. By December, there was a Ministry of Finance and releasing Sikanomu 20% Edema contract. Now a year June, I was releasing 70% Edema contract. Now the remaining 10% in between July and August for releasing test Edema contract not me. Now so then I know so what would this social media? Yenya Ghana for your more title for the Ejupano. I've come to a standstill and cobium. No much I said to Kumu. We know can say fair 20% of the payments no and I was thinking Chama contract in December 2025. We do you move and a finance ministry I release this cano. It is a Nakobate contract and no consistent finance ministry so my releasing we see can 85% the amount. I will mean say a year 20%. So Babe Tuna to a kind of credit. Tika the amount 20%, then 85%. And to say the net will be in the town, the minimum, ya present your magana for whom you cry a woman. The finance ministry network really this Canwa. Upon one Catalan letter of authorization of the man ministry in February 18 year. On this account to quite can go more. A break will be making start payment, So a 200 million at the Amman National Football Pastor Company. The ban is can you chair the chair to one account food a Minister of Food and Agriculture account one after the Koto National Football Pastor company account can you the Koto muta paying. Need to know and here the record in a yesterday state based on the correspondence the free Minister of Finance Nakasa Diaba authorized here or directed the Ministry of Food and Agriculture said cannot spend more than a year this amount within this period of time. Now, so one man fine pay between June and July, between January and June, or was spending more than 900 million. Now, later, what's about? Buy a crown, or later, they buy any one casa a year budget allotment now, they buy any but on spending more than 432 million. It is only 1.6 billion. Can ever hear. That is the question we want to hear. Now, Conquest yet is covered by 2 Agric ministry football and a minister no atna so and now say this car to national football pastor for account to some tanto and the animal crapon how more and I said you must not when a crapo is so more academ or more academo. That said the bear and could be say Magana food now said the chairman yet to any thing when it's someone you need our and Kinyan bonus one. Say a bit my no, some of us are yes, minister, yes, media cost yes, you bet you Magana for who the chairman because deputy minister no minister or one cash. A brown who started the man social media, a pushy agenda. Agric ministry cut off more one young cash. I told you won't say, you really another document, yeah, they might be or more yet. Publication. The Koban time be something pensiona. Let me tell you so tap on Senya Wadivo. I was saying to the 2 minutes 15. Then Krataya in the media Guabontin. Finance Minister bet Nababonta Becca Tankrata Winea. And then Minister and a sign, Yampasa Krata, we have Montano Crack. Say Yamamo, a year letter of authorization. I say.
It's mental freedom. Udibisa. One government. Mentias say, Ubine yo modro se din o mentias ye. Deputy Finance Minister atena kunyam. Agric Minister etene nchen. I can say abayeno through the ministry I released this quantum of sika to this ministry. Ministry nso ama nipa ba say enye no kware. Say sika na wo kan me nimba bi ade ko because me ministry ni de say sika me so ye nsankan under one government. Enye NPP for na accuse omo ho. NDC for na eka. Mo kai say former EC boss ene papa Amadou Sule say ya na ye yo. Omo ankasa started to fight among themselves. Na we twere de koma we, na we twere de ko, na we twere de ko, na we twere de ko. Charlotte say asem na make no. Enti NPP for buy no mo pick is same documents no. And the pam mo. This current NDC, when was it for us started ba? Now the infighting is between the Minister of Finance and Minister of Agric. And we see with the scammer, we see me two scammer, we see me two scammer. We see why him say, we see when him say. Abra obi na momo kwata ne show so kwa kasa no munim se obi NPP ba mapa. Munim ba nya hunton kwa ne kasa asem no na no metie NDC member of parliament ono so repeating the same thing say Minister of Finance and Minister of Agric sika on the minister dan kasa ne ka kire no tie woman no so.
I went to the Minister for Agric office. And he was telling me, he said, Betty, when you say me a minister in Nigeria, release Biamani. I'm saying, so how are you working? I said, I'm depending on my international friends.
What? The minister nankasa na kachere no. Inti enya honton ko a, se na president kuku bisa no. Maami o MPP MP, o se minister nankasa na kachere ze wonim se Minister of Finance, e mama sika bia. E no so bisa say, na we dey na wanya sika dey rane. You know, also me focus on donor support. What the TNE TNC man no can ye.
I went to the Minister for Agric office. And he was telling me, he said, Betty, when you say me a minister in Nigeria, release Biamani. I'm saying, so how are you working? I said, I'm depending on my international friends.
Man, was a minister here releases Biamani, so he depends on international donor support and the Minister of Agric in the Yenema. One abayon, a buy back penal, 1.5 year. This is how they are fighting. And a bimos can say, ye rare Opoku de Akokasa will be your president to be. And a bimos say finance minister and your president to be. That means or person ya others on unpopular. Meaning GDB was answering minimum. I don't believe say at Forson will do that. But that is why people are accusing the finance minister. And I don't think say a president. E better na say I say we pe president edi miniwa we pe so di ma denti mo ankasa mo nse ma ban na mungu ma ban no. I don't think say President John Dramani Mahama better na say masane ma na koso. But in another twist of event no, Yera Dafia me kon to say enye Minister of Agric no ene suma honto so ngo kan asem no. Now he doesn't even understand why honto had to go on that show to say those kind of things. Ti Yera Dafia me kon to.
Now the releases by the finance ministry. Why I think that what happened yesterday was quite unfortunate. Because when the finance ministry, for instance, when they pay parliament, they will show us the evidence that, oh, they've done the releases. And you see the document. But it goes to controller. Controller have to mobilize resources in order to actually make the actual payments. It takes a bit of time because the taxes, they trickle in. As for finance, they've done their part. So when the finance ministry, for me, says that we've done these releases to Agric, amounting to 1.6 billion, amounting to about 85% of the budgetary allocations to the ministry, they actually spoke the truth. And they brought the documents to show. Now, Agric is saying, yes, that must have been done, but the actuals haven't come in. But we all know that it takes controller a bit of time to make, but this ought not to have come out publicly. I don't think that, I agree that this isn't a matter that we should have, the media liaison of the Agric ministry should have gone to town with. Because this is not what you do when you are in government.
But many will point to it as a symptom of the undercurrent that is you are ruling.
I think that it was a misjudgment on the part of my brother Hunto. Because even the minister was not in town. When I checked, Agric was with the president on an official tour. Do you understand? The president left the UK and is on an official tour in Belarus.
Those who point to this as a symptom of what you are living in denial of.
I am. What is the denial?
That if
let me ask you. No,
if there's
you see,
no,
I think hold on. Let me also ask you. No, let me ask you. No, hold on. Hold on.
I'm the one asking the question.
Yes, but let me also ask you. You are the media.
I'm the one asking. Hold on.
Hold on.
If the chief, if there's nothing happening,
I'm not finished. Let me finish.
What was the reason for the secretary to the president's article?
That was earlier on. That was to call all appointees into check. Some appointees were losing focus. Some appointees were losing focus, honestly. So that's why I made the point that it was not about flag bearers race. It was about the general appointees, DCs, government appointees, those even chairing boards and all that. So it was a general call to order. Now, you are making the point that I wish you could find out whether what the finance ministry put out was inaccurate. It was accurate. It was accurate. So the question we all should ask is, why did controller delay in making the releases? And we know the bureaucracy involved in that. So I think that as a government, we are guided. All our appointees are also guided. If you're a media liaison, I don't think that you should be running to town with information that you may not have the full facts about. So
exactly, I call statement. I partly agree with him because Hunto seems to have rushed to say some things in public. If a minister of Agric, a minister was sitting by the deputy minister of finance, and also were releasing Sikawe Yako. Now, the Minister of Agric says to say the mental freedom, there should have been some coordination between these two departments or two ministries. But for Hunto to rush on another media, saying say Obia Sheda and or staffing the minister of funds or resources, that is problematic. That is the first thing I see. The Minister of Finance and so on, 6 months ago. What release is we say? CM from Koma Agric Ministry. DNA is Simon Kwanza Mosumbe check is a controller to the Sikanako. And I say, ministry no DNA also having a more release this guy. You make sure say I don't release this kind of 6 months more. Ministry we any other no more. One government, yes, 56 or 58 ministers. Now when you coordination there, then I don't understand what they are going to do when they start to campaign. Because they say now, why also per president didn't say per president in the dino. That's if you cannot coordinate, you cannot communicate among yourselves. Now you need to campaign starting as a way to a yampia there. Mobile there. And the quite say a mamma mo because I'm a tewa moyeno. As a mo much check monenti way quite table beer. No coffee way with information. Me Yere da fair me cannot convince me say any minister of Agric and a catch it on tosses has been it might not be possible. The mere fact that the president the Chiomoko on official state or what visiting does not mean say on communicate. Me, I don't believe in those kind of things. Or communicate. It is all communicating. So they are that means a obi na children is a deal with or coca. Because NDC MP na automatically it is the minister who is giving them those informations. At that particular time, when a deputy minister and workers are Agric minister is security. Say David security mensanka intimo bia metweme. Of course, there's some kind of friction, mental freedom between them because men said and say Baba Mohammed bia boko there. Fabian Kobana. Also, Hunto is causing a lot of harm to the NDC party. To say they are mental at the same President Kuku can A be an OPBB and an Sanka and A be an hour year will be with him. And then one thing among whom say, Yera Opoku being the finance minister no, Atuna no true say or contest for president. Intima who was surrounded on with some media people. For that I am sure. Because me a hate man, I can't be. And they are going around doing the bidding of minister. No. And he said, minister, no, we say a back kaka those people no will automatically jump in. Aha, sana maye. Now those problems in some man here about cause a lot of problems for the party. Message the NDC paying for chief of staff. Yera, a human the man say also we there just a year on now because say man here gradually no. Mwana mo be release mo nsem de ama ya anom na fi do mo de san nsem no abi hukimo na mudi minister ne wi na se mo anya mistake na mo call position a omo de mo am nsem no e na be se prosecute mo te se na maka na ma du sule e de charlotte say e twetwero mo ho nkrata na omo kono mo isen the same documents na e na na do danko for the buyer or the be pam mo no enti sometimes no ministers no musa monyere mo na monya adwuma na team amufo no hu sa adwuma na mo bɔ no so when you start to fight among yourselves now I don't think say eboye ya ka say na make no enti say who are futu bi am pacho betimi da bana ye de amomo because we are not going to build on just one man show. Some 6162 that's how it's going to be because it's becoming a problematic situation for all of us. And your party no kwa no say no is going to affect all of us because sometimes some people have been asking you chale na dey na course when this me where you toma na where you toma ma who say Ras Mubarak akwa akwa say see runkatia is behaving like a dictator one party mu no nti say we no national chairman problem you can't call him say oh chairman na dey na we dey na course but you go on air Ras Mubarak to say your national chairman is behaving like a dictator calling him names it doesn't help. Minim ni amope ebia na mo de movie ze mo nya mo de adi nti mo de mo nko ni yeso afi ni ba bi di minister ni bi nti ma mo nse agoro ne man ya mo nto mo bone yan hihye ade ne kama because the longer you stay there no the more you enjoy. Yes ade amo ba ba ha ya dwen o chale ba cho so comment bi a betimi da ba in the comment section be di ni William Munufie amankona platform e Munufie Politics.
Hi future nurses, are you preparing for your exams and wondering if you're studying enough? I used to feel the same way. Then I found Nurse Prep Ghana, an online platform designed specifically for us. With realistic mock exams and thousands of practice questions, you can study anytime and anywhere. Get instant feedback and track your progress as you prepare for success. Nurse Prep Ghana helps you practice smarter and build confidence before exam day. Visit nurseprepghana.online today and start your journey toward becoming a licensed nurse. Your success starts here. Practice, prepare, and pass today. Hi, future nurses. All
right. In the channel, the debate with the Munufie, in short, we my friend Munufie Politics. My main kind 1 or 2 messages via aba na yenko yenim. Sometimes you know. And some people have touched now tia. We say, hey, now 1.5 year pen here. Once that time we anyway. Richard say Agric Opoku should focus on doing his work. He should not have announced his intentions to run for president. It was too early. One was a media for the Okotanasoa. We are going to say, I don't know, baby, some questions is by the time I know what can I yanka. And you be a dear chairman to me, Ukui good in as if wa, and ne, ya pina bosono. Fabian, Komla, they started it too early, and that is what is causing all these kind of things. Because what you want to say, oh, president didn't intend to my president John Domini Mama, one in a coba. The be an on we are by say, oh, rash it, but about rashes, I be do baby, no bones say, they are friend rash cootie, what rashes are not quite. And he used to be on motomo, kakra, and yes, they are gradually going to lose grounds and then infighting will start to kick in because they say, we are minister of Agric, no being minister of finance. Say, fans and I don't think Ghana can I to force in the so because say, but when you start to accuse him personally, say you are shedder and a starving of funds, send a bear or no bet me, I kick you out. I there. That means that you more free. I'm more personal. For that, I totally disagree with them. And President Cook, that's true. They should desist on doing those kind of things because we have more years to go. Because he said the next race next year, somewhere December. So you need to about 1.5 years. It is about now. No start to mobile condia. And say about number bromo say bedu baby. Kwabarane no bones na finish na nche. O di twani nua. Medase. Minister na jese mko pebidi. Your mama amamu we no. The emphasis next election. Your mama me minister menti ase. Me no mobile kontokwa. Just if you have made my application call. Go on from Korea, so from my so way, me I make application. I made a call. So one mommy I do ya. I dear me the bemono. Truth is, I believe Agric Opoku received the money from the finance ministry. Well, according to information, I want to say, finance ministry they release this kind of. Also, finance ministry will just give the green light for controller to send it. But I say but I don't know why. I say wait till my release this kind of 6 months ago. We used to say men san kind there 6 months apart. And this is kind of say the bicycle quite an anti-free time. I think do. Minimum day or more yet, but maybe that is what they are about to do. Or say something is prevented it from hitting the accounts of the minister of or the Ministry of Agric. Because ministry knows say a can be name on so you're unpopular because of a be an equal within at them. Me was the kind of my I'm a moo, Charlie, easy. I'm a moo, You always say that you get to know how one thinks when he is in the front of a camera and microphone. That's true. One of them say, what the person who will be at the level of intelligence of somebody that man a camera, not for microphone seen him. What of whom? But 2 bombs stay be to 2 years or could do ye man can ye kura neko ope pa and pepa and the internet is where toss wa krr neko ubody break and stop it. I do be not to a bronye munya na to our tiano. Chama untumi ne chama ya. Almost a chama white is ice water. Chama pa na ne ye wone mfefia chama epeso osore sakura ye bon nyom pa ede. So chama sorry sa and say we go him say or sans a woman the and the chairman I say no share sorry sunny and sorry sir what be say she now on the tether it has so we are never bought the alcohol pins of them. Hey, that be truth was a way the more do truth is hey Agric Opoku may want to use the money for campaign. That be now the Ghana Sika campaign they say bet what tomorrow. Ghana Sika they may just between the Kwakwa campaign and the heavy I am fat. When sure. Eti abusia ene mi di besi wa ho. Nyame ya adoma ochina I'll be back again 7 p.m. Ghana time. Say na da me ye no. Wa mantimi ammo wudi bia no pacho ya na woda cheme. Pacho so send a message bi na sema hu a. Me Edward da kon so you're watching me live from New York City. Me ya me das bibia boko there. Me pacho so nya subscribe yen so betimi subscribe am me ho. Na wa like na wa share so send be ya foforo nso. Ensa ebitimi aka bi. Send da ye no. Send madi kan no. You see next month we need to see at the time beto program is so. Na ye bone ke ye clock because you see next month we are 3 days pe. 3 days no so. Na ye clock e duru ted na say ye krr na nsa wo mo ba. But boom. Nsa wo ma de ani apepa no. Ye pass me bia. Ndi ye teacher ma won to me. Bet it 10 on every next month me man kai kwara pa cho wa be hwe we bia kai me. Say hey, who can say the clock we beto ho. Na clock hey Ted of next month be a good time. Kofi Azuma say peace and love, one people, one African, one nation, one Ghana. I know kwani we ni bibia Psalm 61:62 Kitos Palion metakulu enti medase nyame adoma ochena 7 p.m. Ghana time. I'll be back again. Na afide ye bedi uncommon album. Midini William Munufie amankona channel ye feni the debate with the Munufie. In short, we between feni Munufie Politics. O kan sa sebe mani beje pa na afide ye de abobo adene so akọ kakran. Yeah, say if Kevin Taylor handles the Agric Opoku case, shall know the truth. Then Eddie I beko Kevin. Beko the timetable so you do who we are no more.
Bro, I almost gave up. 3 weeks to my NMC exams and I was panicking. Too many notes, too many topics, and honestly, I didn't know if I was ready. Then one of my classmates sent me this Nurse Prep Ghana, thousands of exam questions, mock exams, instant feedback, and for the first time, I could actually see my progress. Today, I feel ready, and if you're preparing for your nursing exams, you need to try this. Don't wait until it's too late. Visit nurseprepghana.online today. Bro.
Hi, future nurses. Are you preparing for your exams and wondering if you're studying enough? I used to feel the same way. Then I found Nurse Prep Ghana, an online platform designed specifically for us. With realistic mock exams and thousands of practice questions, you can study anytime and anywhere. Get instant feedback and track your progress as you prepare for success. Nurse Prep Ghana helps you practice smarter and build confidence before exam day. Visit nurseprepghana.online today and start your journey toward becoming a licensed nurse. Your success starts here. Practice, prepare, and pass today. Hi, future nurse.
Because they said the one we never president in T. Ghana need you. Ghana for Musorio. Ghana for Musorio. And before you know Musorio. And before you know Musorio. I am Munti and a Mahama MC. This vice president da. Me, my don't board to da. Me, my DCO da. Me, my minister da. I am chairman in the media. And I want to make campaign in Mammy. I'm not my campaign in my party, and I'm a year Juma 2013. We are about the boom, Juma. Bubaye, my topping, my Juma, my count to far be Didier was one. Me, my count to club be Didier was no. Cemetery, my school fees, a club higher thing. What I say,